So, Team of the Week 5 is dropping on Wednesday, and in this video today, we are obviously going to predict which players could be featuring in it. If you need some coins to improve your ultimate team, look no further than IG Vault for the cheapest coins on the market, and if you use the code Kieran at checkout, you'll get yourself a nice little discount off your order. You guys know the drill, likes, comments, all that good stuff down below would be much appreciated. Let's get straight into things, and let's talk about Neymar and why he shouldn't be in the upcoming Team of the Week. Now, I've seen a lot of people predicting him and commenting saying he's going to get an inform this week. He shouldn't. They don't really mix internationals with domestic leagues, so I doubt very much that we'll be seeing an informed Neymar this week, despite obviously him putting in a very good display in a win against Uruguay for Brazil, in which he got himself a goal and 2 assists. So wouldn't get excited for that card. It's like 99.99999% not happening unless EA, for whatever reason, changed how they do Team of the Week, which I just don't think they will. So yeah, sorry to disappoint. Anyway, should we start talking about some players who actually could be getting an inform this week? I think we should, and we're going to begin by talking about Edouard Mendy, who I feel is, a very good candidate this week. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't pick up an inform item because of his performance. It was such a strong performance, a clean sheet, and multiple good saves in Chelsea's 1-0 win against Brentford. Now, obviously, you would expect Chelsea to beat Brentford, but Brentford were playing really well, especially in the final, 20 minutes or so in this game, and that's when Mendy just shone the most. He was incredible in this match and literally saved Chelsea and got them all 3 points in the end. So I'd be very surprised to see him not in. 6 saves and a clean sheet in total for him. Another Premier League option, which I'm pretty confident of this week, is Yuri Taylormans, who was the pretty much star performer in Leicester's 4-2 win against Manchester United. With this being Man U's first away loss in ages, I do expect an inform to come from it. Also, just the quality of the game as well. I do think it'll produce a special card. Yuri was man of the match and scored an absolute banger, so seems a no-brainer to include him for me. Denier could feature this week, and I really hope he does, to be honest, because like I said in yesterday's video, his non-inform in FIFA 22 is actually a really good card. Very cheap, but very effective in-game, and I think an inform variant of him would actually be very, very good in-game. He got himself a goal and helped his side keep a clean sheet in a 2-0 win against Monaco, so I do feel like this one has a pretty good chance of happening. Hoffenheim's Bebu found the back of the net twice in a 5-0 win against Cologne. Also in this game, Kramaric got himself 2 assists, so he's an option as well, but I'm going to go for Bebu nonetheless. Also think he's got a shot at getting that featured Team of the Week slot as well, and if he did get selected for that, he could maybe get a really, really good inform item. Dusan Tadic got himself 2 assists in a 2-0 win for Ajax, but I'm going to say straight away, this card I think is a bit of a 50-50 because there's Gakpo from PSV who got himself a goal and a assist, so the inform could go to him instead. They both got the same match rating, so as I say, it's a bit of a coin flip. But I do feel like at least one of them will make the upcoming Team of the Week. Ruud Vormer got himself 2 goals in a 2-0 win for his side. Fun fact about him, he has had 4 team and season cards in FIFA, a lot of them coming in recent years, and never had an inform, so maybe this week that all could change. This next one should, in theory, be a pretty easy pick. Mitoma got himself a hat-trick in a 4-2 win for his team. So, as I say, inform should come as standard. Also, not too many hat-tricks this week. So, in theory, this one should be guaranteed. West Ham beat Everton 1-0, and the goal was scored by, well, you've guessed it, he's on the screen right now, Angelo Ogbonna. And every time I see this guy get a special card, I always think back to his flashback item in FIFA 20, who, for me, was one of the best centre-backs in the game. It was such a good card. Anyway, should he get this inform, I doubt that it will be, anywhere near as good just because he ain't going to have the pace. But, yeah, hopefully it will happen this week. Now, I'm still torn on this one, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to predict an inform Robert Lewandowski this week. I'm torn because there's 2 players who seem to be fighting it out for this spot. Bayern Munich won 5-1 against Leverkusen away at there, and it was pretty mad. Put it this way, in the 30th minute, Lewandowski had just made it 2-0. By the 37th minute, it was 5-0. So, yeah, in that, quick 7-minute spell, Bayern Munich just ran riot. It was ridiculous. So, Lewandowski scored the first 2 goals in this game. Gnabry scored the final 2. And although on some websites, Gnabry's got, the better rating than Lewandowski, I'm going to go with the striker instead because his goals were obviously the ones that ultimately defined, the result. They're the match-winning goals, whereas the rest were just, a pile-on, essentially, or that's how it has happened in the end. So that's my theory for going for Luan. Also, his first goal was a really, really nice flick as well. So maybe we will see him included. As I say, definitely expect him or Gnabry to be in, just a case of which one. There are other options from this game as well. They maybe could go with Alphonso Davies because he got an assist. Thomas Muller is obviously void because of his recent inform. Other options from this game, you've got Nicolas Sule who got an assist, but since he didn't get a clean sheet, I doubt it. So as I say, Luan or Gnabry are the obvious choices, and I'm going to go for Luan. We have another goalkeeper option here with Kofi. Now, EA don't really like going for non-gold goalkeepers, so that's one of the reasons why I'm a bit on the fence about this one, but I just feel like it should happen, so I'm going to include it. 8 saves, including a penalty stop, in a 2-0 win against Genk. That's inform worthy in my opinion. No matter what his rating, that should be inform worthy. So I think this guy should feature in the upcoming Team of the Week, and hopefully EA do include him and don't overlook him just because he's not high rated. Another pretty obvious inform this week should be Endor. He's another player who got himself a hat-trick. Also got some very good match ratings on a bunch of different websites as well. His hat-trick was actually in a 7-0 win for his side. So yeah, hopefully happens. He is originally a bronze in Ultimate Team, so gonna need a pretty big boost to be usable. We do have an option from the Turkish League this week with Bakasetas. He got himself 2 goals in a 3-1 win against Fenerbahce. One of the goals was a penalty, but with it being a top of the table clash and it being a big win for his side, I still think he has a very good chance this week. Liverpool's 5-0 win against Watford looks very likely to produce a special item, and the standout from this game is Roberto Firmino, who did get himself a hat-trick and a assist. Now, I said it yesterday, a lot of the goals were tap-ins, but 4 goal involvements really cannot be denied. Mo Salah was absolutely incredible in this game and scored an absolute banger, but obviously he's already got an inform. So, yeah, Firmino, 4 goal involvements, as I say, it's happening, and maybe could be a pretty good card. Obviously lacking in the pace department, but yeah, with the right chem style, maybe could be pretty good. We could see Ilicic pick up an inform item this week. He got 2 goals in a 4-1 win for his side, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, this guy always has cards with just incredible stats, but because he's lacking pace and because he isn't the best dribbler despite having good dribbling stats, he just doesn't get used and he ends up being really cheap. But you look at this card and you think, wow, in theory it should actually be quite good in game, but it just never seems to turn out that way, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Anyway, 2 goals for him, as I say, 4-1 victory in that one, and he did score the first 2 goals too. Damien Suarez could maybe pick up a special item this Wednesday after putting in a very good performance for Getafe in their 0-0 draw against Levante. Obviously his team didn't get a win, but Suarez just got good match ratings on plenty of websites, so that's why we are going to go for him potentially, albeit not a strong candidate. He is, a candidate of sorts, and we don't have too many defensive ones this week, so I'm going to punt on him. This next pick is a bit of an odd one, but I'm going to go for it, and there is reason for it. So Lazio and Inter played out in a 3-1 scoreline, Lazio getting the win, and this game was crazy, by the way. There was a red card towards the end, there was a lot of chaos during the game as well. If you want to know more, obviously look the game up. But in this game, Felipe Anderson got himself a goal and man of the match, but due to the recency of his last inform, I don't think he'll be selected. The same can be said for Milinkovic-Savic, who was one of the other goal scorers in this game. He's obviously in the current Team of the Week, therefore can't be in the upcoming one. So the remaining goal scorer in this game is Ciro Immobile. His goal in this match was a penalty, and because of that, I don't think he's a particularly strong option for the upcoming Team of the Week. However, I do think an inform will come from this match, and because Anderson and Milinkovic-Savic have already had informs, Immobile is the next best option. Also in terms of player ratings as well, he ranked 2nd in Gazzeta's ratings. Felipe Anderson getting a 7.5 and Immobile getting a 7. Just for context, they are pretty good ratings for Gazzetta. It's quite rare you see an 8, so just note that. So we're going to go with Immobile, but not with a lot of confidence. I really don't like putting players in who've only scored penalties, but the match rating and the fact that it's a big game in the grand scheme of the Serie A makes me want to put this item in my predictions. This is a week where I've ended up going for 3 goalkeepers. Like I've said before, they don't happen too often, but they have happened before in the past. Szczesny kept a clean sheet and saved the penalty in Juve's 1-0 win against Roma. Obviously a pretty big game in the Serie A, and that is why we are going for it. Moise Kean got the opening goal in this game, and the only goal, obviously, of the match. Roma were pretty controversially not given a goal. Like, they scored, the referee blew his whistle, gave a penalty instead, and that penalty got saved. So, bit of drama surrounding this one. If you saw what happened, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think the right decision was made, or do you think Roma were very harshly done by? I won't lie, I've only seen a little clip of it on Twitter, so I can't really give you a proper view, but let me know your thoughts down below. We should be getting an informed Guendouzi this week. He starred in Marseille's 4-1 win against Lorient, getting himself 2 goals and a assist as well. Dimitri Payet in this game got a hat-trick of assists, so he is obviously an alternate option, but I feel like Guendouzi was man of the match. So let's see an informed Guendouzi this week, and I still can't believe Arsenal let him go. I'm fully aware, didn't let him go permanently, but it looks like him and Arteta don't get on, so I can't see him coming back to Arsenal. I think obviously he will return, but I feel like he'll get sold after. But I hope Arsenal keep him, because I really do think he's going to turn into a very good player. Darwin Quintero helped his side pull off a pretty shock victory. They got a 2-1 win against Seattle, who are currently sat second in the table. Meanwhile, Houston are nowhere near it. They're really not. But anyway, a good win, and as I say, a surprising win as well for Houston. Now, I know I already have a player from the Turkish League, but I'm going to go for another one. This one potentially could be another Silver Star option. We've got Branson, got himself a goal and a assist, but he only played 14 minutes. He came off the bench to help his side beat Besiktas, who were obviously a very strong team in the Turkish division, so that's why I'm including him. Big impact in 14 minutes. Could it be enough? We'll find out on Wednesday. I do actually have a Dortmund player in my predictions this week, but it's not going to be Erling Haaland. Obviously, he did get 2 goals in their 3-1 win against Mainz, but with one of the goals being a penalty, I just don't think EA are going to include him. I might be very wrong with that, but I do still feel there is a chance of a Dortmund player. You've got Royce, who got the opening goal. Jude Bellingham set up a goal and also had a good game, but I'm actually going to go with Julian Brandt, a player who is not credited with a goal or an official assist in this game, but I thought he had a really good game, and he also got some very good match ratings on numerous sites as well, so I'm going to go for it. As I say, a bit of a punt, but we're going to go for it. You know, earlier in the video where I spoke about Tadic and I said I wasn't going to go for Gakpo, well, I've changed my mind. I'm going to include him as well. 1 goal and a assist in a 3-1 win for him, and like I said earlier in the video, same match rating as Tadic, so very good. And we end with Savenier, who got himself an assist in a 1-0 win for Montpellier against Lens. So guys, that is my 23-man prediction for Team of the Week number 5. Do bear in mind there is some Monday night games. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, definitely worth noting, so we could see an inform from that game. There is also 1 game in the Serie A and a couple in La Liga. I'm obviously hoping that the Arsenal game does produce an inform. Hopefully we'll be seeing, some kind of special Aubameyang, Odegaard, Saka, whatever it may be on Wednesday. Anyway guys, hope you've enjoyed my predictions. If you have, let me know by leaving a like rating on the video. In the comments below, let me know who you think will pick up an inform this week. Let me know also who you think I've missed. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.